Matthew McFadden, I love you. Today, I'm going to ask all of you, would you consider yourself proud or prejudiced? Now, I personally like to think of myself as a little bit of both, because I think I do have the qualities of Mr. Darcy and Elizabeth Bennet. Maybe a little more Elizabeth. But I have my Darcy days. What about you? Which is my fun way of telling you that I'm going to talk today about the 2005 motion picture Pride and Prejudice, as directed by Joe Wright, a master of cinema. He just is so intricate with everything that he creates, and he just makes beautiful worlds that you are just like sucked straight into. The settings are all beautiful, the costumes are all beautiful, the cast is all gorgeous, except Judi Dench. She's a little scary, but otherwise, high quality. Joe Wright is the most underappreciated director of our time. People say it's Spike Lee. I think it's Joe Wright. I have a mass, amount of respect for period pieces, especially period pieces that take place before the 20th century. I just really appreciate that people make these kind of films, and that, there are people like myself and others that can appreciate a movie that is strictly language. Like, there doesn't need to be grotesque sex or ton of explosions or car chases. I just really think it takes a lot of moxie to act in these films and to do it well. And I feel like all of the cast members excelled in Pride and Prejudice. Especially Keira. I just cannot explain how much I admire her for being 20 years old and having such a big role and just playing it so incredibly well. She is a life idol, and she should be for all of you. I also really appreciated Donald Sutherland, because this is not the sort of project he typically undertakes, and he just plays a charming old man so well. My favorite scenes in any sort of movie like this are the dancing scenes, if only because the men are just 10 times more attractive because they can dance. I also have to say kudos to the casting director for Matthew McFadden and his beautiful face, and the fact that Keira and Matthew had such genuine chemistry on screen. They played off each other really well. And again, that's a sign of Keira's maturity, because Matthew was 31 and she was merely 20. And yet she, like Jane Austen, was ahead of her time. She's just the perfect person to play Elizabeth. She's just such a almost old soul in a hot body. It's been a really long time since I've watched it, but I put it on my list, so obviously it means something to me. Other than Elizabeth Bennet, who is just such a strong lead. Definitely appreciate that girl power. Is she just an English Jo March? To me, yes. Regardless. It's a great movie. Definitely worth the time. Makes me cry every time they get together at the very end. And I just think the last scene where they're sitting staring at each other is so unbelievably cute. Thanks, Joe Wright. Thanks for everything.
They had put a fart machine into my sleeping bag.
All those hippies came and ruined everything. This is going off topic and becoming a Keira Knightley fan video.